There's 6 types of courage. Somebody said this. The first is physical courage, to keep going with resiliency, balance, awareness. Second is social courage. And social courage means to be unapologetically yourself. In the social media world, we are not unapologetically ourselves. I don't mind a bit of mark on my face because my face doesn't define me. I'm not a body model. Neither am I an actor or an actress. A little mark here and there doesn't define me. A bit of face and a bit of pot belly doesn't define me. Not that I should have one, but it doesn't define me. You're here not to look at what I look like. You're here to listen to what I have to say. Do I look good though?
You sound good. That's what matters.
That's what matters, right?
And the content of what you say is what matters.
And that's the social courage, being unapologetically ourselves. The third aspect is moral courage. Doing right, regardless of whether it's unpopular. Regardless of whether it's unpopular. I might sound very unpopular amongst the circle of people who are in the spiritual side because I don't necessarily go and speak religiously dogmatic things. I'm unpopular. But that's my moral courage. Doesn't matter. Unpopular doesn't matter. Making a mark is what matters most. The fourth kind of courage is emotional courage. And emotional courage is about accepting the bad that's happening to us. Accepting it. It needs emotional courage to say, it's all right. Accepting without guilt. I made a mistake. Accepting it without guilt. And then, all the good things that are happening in my life, right? To focus on that without attachment is emotional courage. Good things I get attached to, bad things I'm guilty about. Emotional courage is about not being guilty about the wrong and not getting attached to the right that I do. The fifth kind of courage is intellectual courage. And intellectual courage is about learning, unlearning, and relearning. It's not getting stuck in the past that I know. The biggest killer of growth is I know, and I'm all sorted. I have experience of the last 30 years in the speaking industry. I know it. Learning, unlearning, and relearning is about intellectual courage. And last but not the least is spiritual courage, which is about what we were speaking earlier, finding purpose and meaning. It needs guts. It needs courage to step out of the common and take the path or the road less traveled by saying, I need to look out for that. So I think that's what it is about. But in the context of the answer, sorry, I made it a bit longer, but in the context of the answer of finding self-worth and not going through those mental pressures is being socially unapologetic about who I am. And that I feel is what people need to hear about it. And like Dr. Tharoor said, in our country, we also need more mental health professionals. Not just self-help, but more mental health professionals, and take the taboo away from it. That going to a mental health professional is, people sometimes look down upon it, or he's suffering from mental health issues. That taboo needs to go away as well.